grudge match. I ain't even gonna lie, man. This is pretty anticipated, man. So let's introduce these guys, man. Duking it out, man. To my left, I got a young rising, hungry, starving, ready to kill some shit. Neff, who you is, man?
Nepotism 14, bro. I just started here. I'm gonna finish here, bro. Pause. I mean, I ain't got no groups to shout out. You either with me or against me. Let's get it.
Yes, sir, man. And to my right, we got another young killer, Detroit kid. He got him a point to prove, man. And we gonna see if he can prove tonight, man. What's up, man?
Yo, what's good? DMB, aka the Detroit Kid, aka Young Sexy Nigga. You know where it goes. Let's get it.
Yeah, don't say that last part, but shout out though.
All right, man. I do not know how to coin flip in the chat, but somebody call it in the air. Everything good.
Heads.
Somebody flip
I
that
got
shit in the
heads.
chat for me, man.
Heads.
All right, it's tails.
Detroit kid, you go first.
All right,
Let's get it, man.
All right.
Round on the kid.
Let's go, DK. Kick on this kid.
Yo, I
Yo,
got
kill this
you. Hold
nigga.
up. I got
better
you.
kill
I
him.
got you.
Talk to this white mic.
Nerd looking ass bitch. Oh, chill.
Are you
Hold
ready?
it down, hold it down. Let's get it, let's get it.
That's
Are you
insane.
ready?
That's insane. Go.
I'm ready.
I said, you said Lord Giovanni was your idol. Why though? He was caught
What the
grooming a
fuck?
model. That's what I know. I'm thinking that you
Whoa.
passed for thinking that dude hard. Free candy fan. You hopped on that bandwagon because he gave you a few bars. Why is this dude trying to get groomed? Why is this dude trying to get groomed? Thought he was a major threat. Come to find out he was a minor one too, but I'm not even surprised that he did it. Y'all saw how he looked. I said, but I'm not even surprised that he did it. Y'all saw how he looked. I would have kept an eye on the nigga. But Neff was dude's biggest fan. He was too quick to stand. They iron deficient. Brody doing all the
That's
trolling on
crazy.
Discord.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Talk that shit, man.
I said they iron deficient. Brody doing all this trolling on Discord. I'm thinking homies Eunice. We know he's stupid doing all this antagonizing when you ain't show improvement. My boys be maxed up and we slowly moving. 30 out the chrome I'm shooting. Police gonna have a search party. They solo queuing. You weak bitch. You lost a scratch on spaces. It ain't been on the
That's fire. That's fire.
I said 30 out the chrome I'm shooting. Police gonna have a search party. They solo queuing, you weak bitch. You lost a scratch on spaces and ain't been on that league since. Using my name to get a plate, thinking he get a free win. Your game plan relied on callouts like CSGO. Cause your peak mid, beam blipped. Vacium,
They don't
not
play
the least
CSGO.
bit.
They don't play CSGO. Go.
Oh,
I said your game plan relied on callouts like CSGO. Cause your peak mid, beam lift. Vacium, I'm not the least bit surprised. There won't be no EMT trying to keep him alive, just forensics trying to connect the bodies like human centipede. So you can eat shit and die. You was bitching.
That's gross. I get it.
That's crazy.
what?
That's crazy.
I said, it's just forensics trying to connect the bodies like human centipede so you can eat shit and die. You was bitching about how your parents some crackheads, as if. I went to Tennessee where your ass lived, pulled out a bag of weed, and your mama did a backflip. Sad bitch. She lucky I got a
God.
They would do that in Tennessee. They would do that in Tennessee. They probably would do that.
That's insane.
I've seen it happen too.
I was there. I was the couch.
Hold it down,
Exactly.
hold it down.
Exactly. I said you was bitching about how your parents some crackheads, as if. I went to Tennessee where your ass lived, pulled out a bag of weed, and your mama did a backflip. Sad bitch. She lucky I ain't got a banger tucked. She lucky I ain't got a banger tucked. I said she lucky I ain't got a banger tucked. I'd have made her smoke the shit. You can't make this up. Lace the stuff with angel dust before she take a puff. Felt like she could stare straight to heaven off a gateway drug. Larkin spray.
Oh my
God.
I like that. Go.
I
Gate
said,
to heaven off a gateway drug. Talk to this nigga.
Gateway drug.
I said, felt like she could stare straight to heaven off a gateway drug. Larkin spray. You 14 and 3/4 out here talking insane. Lying about balling and change. You right. You don't know nothing about balling the chain. I was starving for days, just blunts and some weed. For substance to hit, I had nothing for weeks. It's a tolerance break. My hitters get to tripping before they let the 40
Talk
spark.
to this nigga. Talk to this nigga. Talk to this nigga.
I said my hitters get to tripping before they let the 40 spark and turn into a different beast after it hits like Zoroark. like Zoroark. Fuck first impressions. Looks can be deceiving, like Zoroark. So stop trying to be someone you not, like Zoroark. Bitch, you are trying to
Nigga, they don't know that shit. They don't know
They don't
Pokemon.
watch
that
One
one went
Piece,
over
bro.
my head.
They don't know that Pokemon shit.
I said, stop trying to be someone you not, like Zoroark. Bitch, you are trying. Quit the tough talk, Goofy. I got the win in the bag like the SpongeBob movie. I got the non-aiming.
In the bag? That's crazy. That's crazy. Run that shit back.
He's punching his head off.
Bitch, you are trash. Quit the tough talk, Goofy. I got the win in the bag like the SpongeBob movie. I got the non-Raven. Where my homies used to live in the right game. Niggas would do anything for the right people.
I caught that late as hell.
I did not know what the fuck he was saying.
I said, I got the non-aiming. Where my homies used to live, it was quite dangerous. Niggas would do anything for the right pavement. Even as a kid, had multiple boxes in the grid. They times tables. My fam changed their future to make sure mine's stable. Saw game. I said, my fam changed their future to make sure the mine's stable. Saw game. Making it out the trap was life-changing. 40 will bust. You 13 and a half years old. 40 will bust. You 14 and a half years old knowing you suck. I wish a nigga would try approach with a gun. With your day one homie, I'm still loading it up. So what if it's your lifelong friend? I don't give a fuck. I'll still get a liquid metal. That's mercury tips for whoever closest to sun. Both of you done. You was bound to get stretched.
They don't know. Listen up that shit.
I said, I'll still get a liquid metal. That's mercury tips for whoever closest to sun. Both of you done. You was bound to get stretched with zero. You was bound to get stretched. You have 0 wins. You don't deserve an ounce of respect. Still go around talking tough like this clown is a vet. Pinch me. I must be dreaming. You need a reality check. Certified.
That's crazy.
I like that. That's hard.
That's crazy.
Talk to him.
I said, pinch me. You must be dreaming. You need a reality check. Certified ratchet aimer. I don't recommend you get me aggravated. Better run before I grab a banker. Max be spraying. Blast of stainless. I ain't even done yet. I procrastinated. Pistol rigging.
Uh-huh.
Talk to him.
I said, I ain't even done yet. I ain't even done yet. I procrastinated. Pistol rigging. Annoying bitch. Put a silencer on the stick before it gets to singing. None of these judges will have me losing for any reason. You can't even manifest a win. Because that's just wishful thinking. That's just wishful thinking. I might have a 40 lift. But there's a whole lot more that I have in store for him. Watch your last battles. Everyone had scratch destroying him, and you act like you invested your battle rap stats to max annoyingness. You signed up to die, knowing I have more assisted.
He is annoying as fuck. Talk to him, bro.
I said, and you act like you invested your battle rap stats to max annoyingness. You signed up to die, knowing I have more assisted kills than Jack Kevorkian. If I even see your face, the can squeezing. I was trying to show it straight, but you said you want a higher level like Abraham Lincoln. So you can die if you go to play. Before we attack, we make sure that we set everything. Really. Before we attack, we make sure we set everything. Really, though, scratching the cereal on our best weaponry. One small mistake, and the feds catching me with 4, 5, 6 in the building like Squid Game. One fuck up could lead to a death penalty. Totally quick. Why shoot
Talk
this
to
shit?
this nigga. They ain't watch that shit. They ain't watch that
I
shit.
understand it.
They don't watch Squid Games.
That was fire.
I said, well, 4, 5, 6 in the building like Squid Game. One fuck up could lead to a death penalty. Totally quick. If I shoot this shit whenever, altitude sickness. You ain't used to this much pressure. If I'm choosing this Beretta, this dude is getting wet up. You'll have paramedics doing chest compressions like a binder. If you don't pull yourself together, 80 will dump.
Talk to
Your
this
Twitter
nigga.
hand.
That compression was fire.
I said, you'll have paramedics doing chest compressions like a binder if you don't pull yourself together, and 80 will dump. Your Twitter handle is nephrotism. Why are you claiming you tough? You don't have intangibles, flow pockets, and your angling sucks. You only here because you're ward association, but you can't even punch. Man, it's round. Let's go.
Yeah.
That was fire. That was fire. I like that. I just got that. That's crazy. That's crazy.
All right, now talk to this nigga.
Let's go, Neff.
I said you ain't ever even been in the vicinity of a bullet. But every transition bar, you talking about how the tool dump. You like, look at what I do with the tech. But now you lose it to NEPH. It's crude luck. Because this dude at his best is like a 2 out of 10. This dude sucks. Now watch me flip DK to KD. How you in the mid range but never pull up? If I got 2 9s,
They don't watch basketball. They don't watch ball.
Oh, man.
2 9s, I'ma slide with this like Wayne Gretzky. You got all these struggle bars, but unemployed in your mom's house, and y'all still think this lame test me? I live good now, but when I lived with my mom, it remained sketchy. You get mad over everything. I have to stay empty mentally. We in different sensitivity ranges, which is weird, because we came from the same settings. You can't get me. We ain't the same.
That's fire.
Let's
What the
talk, bro.
fuck?
You
Fucking
can't get
fire.
me.
That was fire.
You can't get me. We ain't the same. Speaking of settings, you ever have your friends mess with your keybinds? They mad at how I changed the game. You talking like the Glock by my side, got the beam in the palm of my hand like a Kamehameha. We know you ain't out here talking pistols, so why you talk about how the K was sprayed? But I'm a white boy from Tennessee, you know. Maybe it just doesn't relate for me, and I can't relate. But the last time I saw DK shooting with an AR-15, it was a Lakers game. You call yourself Detroit Kid?
Okay.
You call yourself Detroit Kid, but you're 20, and we ain't of the same ranking. I'm actually a kid. I'm 14, and I'm amongst the greats waiting. We've all played Donkey Kong, or at least the one from the late 80s, so we all know how much DK likes Diddy and probably underage dating. But hold on, wait.
Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong.
Oh my
Shut up, guys.
god, that nigga, bro.
This nigga is 20
We've
years
all
old.
played
He's
Donkey
20
Kong,
years
or at
old.
least we've all played Donkey Kong, or at least the one from the late 80s, so we all know how much DK likes Diddy and probably underage dating. But wait, something ain't adding up. Nah, something ain't changing. How can I be on the Freestyle League without my rebuttal game, Craig?
They got A-Ward! A-Ward!
Is that A-Ward? What the hell?
A-Ward!
You
You owe me money! You stole money from me!
He
You owe me
stole
money!
money.
Oh my god!
Yo,
A-Ward! You owe me money, you see? You
Battle
owe me
over.
money!
Battle me, please. Anyone, battle me,
You
please.
said,
You
wait,
stole
dog.
money from
You
me!
said,
Yo, battle
you
done.
said
What the
I
fuck?
pack in the Chevy. You said I pack in the Chevy. That was the setup. You know, maybe he drives in the streets. And then you said, if I ever even think red mean go, I'm crashing out with the semi. And that's how I knew that your writing was weak. So maybe you should get up, probably pack it and leave. You're like, yeah, girl, or because a Chevy is not a semi truck. You need to pack it and leave. You like, yeah, girl, check out the new truck. Start grabbing the keys. You like it? It's new and improved. Let's take a ride in the Jeep. This guy's a dweeb, but don't worry. It's got another bar. You know, left the whole hood shocked. I've been passing sticks around. Now I got a track record. You said that without giving it one thought, because your life is a lot like track. The second you faced hurdles, you tried to run off, but you can't even get me started. One wrong move.
Okay, I like they don't
You
run
can't even
track.
get me
You're
Oh,
started
rapping to
because
him.
one
Go.
wrong. You can't even get me started because one wrong move ended a gunshot. You at the bottom of every list. You're an
what
honorable
the?
Nigga,
That
mention
was
at best.
no,
fire.
run it back.
That was
Run it back. Run it back. Run
fire.
it back.
What
That
the
wasn't too
fuck?
bad. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too
I know it wasn't too bad. I wrote it. All right. You
Yeah,
said,
talk to that nigga.
Man,
Go.
I
talking,
can
bro.
see wrote that shit.
Talking to my round. That I let the whole hood shot. You like I've been passing sticks around. Now I got a track record. You said that without giving it one thought. Because your life is a lot like track. The second you face hurdles, you try to run off, but you can't even get me started. One wrong move ended a gunshot. You at the bottom of the bunch on every list. Honorable mention at best. Never a legit feature. They said they would put a pot up for this battle, so now you go meet the Grim Reaper. They have to give you money for you to get the message, like a Twitch streamer. Mr. I don't battle on Sundays, but when you got an
That's kind of
opportunity to
crazy.
prove yourself, you are this eager. Ain't you a Christian? Have you read the Bible? If so, maybe you need to dig deeper. So to paraphrase Matthew 6:33, if you put God first, you'll never be last. So you just lost this battle because you didn't either. See, this my outro. I stick
I
to
don't
the
read the Bible, but that
Hey,
must be fire, yo.
this my
Nice.
outro.
Oh,
Wait,
this
hold on.
nigga.
I like
Let
that,
me
dude.
let me say my outro. This my outro. I stay competing. How
Yo,
I
that's
really go from the
fire.
bottom to the top like Jenga pieces. Time.
That's trash, bro.
That
Yeah,
was
if I'm not gonna get
fire.
me.
Beautiful. All right, first of
Yeah, I
all,
already put mine in.
good battle. Good battle. This is the
Wait,
first time that I have heard NEPH before.
wait,
I've
don't
heard
see your
Detroit.
score. Don't see your score if you're saying that.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna say my score.
Oh,
I heard
yeah.
Detroit Kid for the couple times now. This is my favorite round from you, Detroit Kid. My one piece of advice from you, first of all, Detroit Kid, is your start and your ending. I feel like were your weakest parts. And this battle was close because both of y'all had good highs and both of y'all had moments of lows. I'm gonna go through this line by line. but the Lord Giovanni groomer angle didn't really hit for me. Iron Deficient was cool. Search Party, solo queuing, fire. Human Centipede, Eat Shit and Die, fire. The Attic angle, I like better. Stairway to Heaven, Gateway Drug is fire, and I think this is where I think your delivery improved. I thought Zoroark was a little especially from like the little illusion from different ciphers. Multiple boxes, times table, I really liked. I figured that should have got more reaction. I like the setup where you said I wish you would try to approach with a gun. I thought was one of my favorite setups. This is going to become a moment where in battle rap, you want your first through your third line to go fully into the punch so that you can get a higher score on your wordplay. I think you're getting a lot better at getting the haymakers down. I just think you need somebody to be blunt about what to cut from the round and work on the setups more. NEPH. I think your style works, to be honest. Out the gate, the flip was fire. I thought the DK was fire. Came from the same setting is ridiculous to me. The actually a kid versus calling him 20 angle I thought worked very well. DK Diddy Kong angle I thought worked very well. Rebuttal game crazy. Don't want to give too much credit to Ward, but I like that you added that into your round and I thought that was funny. The forced hurdles runoff, I like the second punch a lot better. So I hope people aren't thrown off from the style from you making the first punch not that good. But like Loki, I do the same shit sometimes. And so I get where you're coming from that. Give you the money to get the message I thought was fire, and then did neither was fire. I thought towards the end you started losing some steam as well, but you cut off the round I thought at a better point, and I liked your setups more. I have NEPH winning this battle, but I thought this was very competitive from both of you, and I really liked both of y'all's performances, so good shit to both of you.
Hell
I go
yeah,
next.
that's
Thank you. That was very good in detail.
Thank you. Thank you, Lava.
So I'll go next. I didn't really keep track of bars. I remember bars because Slash said every one of the bars he mentioned. I remember them, but I'm not going to go into bars. So what I was thinking was NEPH. I've never heard you rap as well, and I'm very pleasantly surprised. You have like a very good grasp of basic battle rap like structure, how to form punchlines, how to do setups and all that. I feel like your weakest point was there was a lot of like either nervous energy or something that led to quite a few stumbles. And while Detroit Kid did have a couple stumbles of his own, I noticed it was more a problem on your end. And so I relate to that. Like, bro, I started battling on Discord when I was like 13, bro. And so I get it. Like, had that nervous fucking energy, and I would just get choked up during a battle because my throat's dry. I didn't have water. So I'd say work on being able to get the round out cleaner, but I really enjoyed what you had there. Also, a little bit shorter. But Detroit Kid, I agree with what Slash said as well about this being your best round. I feel like you had a lot of moments that like hit hard for me, right? I like the writing and all that. I felt like your delivery was better, slight bit more clean, got through the round really well, although the energy did taper off, like Slash mentioned. He really went through everything, so I don't have anything new to say, but I did give the battle very slightly to Detroit Kid. Good shit, NEPH. Good shit, Detroit.
all right. Well, I got the judges in my DMs, so I'll give my critique and then we'll announce who the winner is since we're at a split decision.
Hey, don't give your choice out. Suspense.
It is. I think what I think is DK, you definitely stepped up. You improved to me tremendously. I was thoroughly impressed. I could I would say I did have a slight problem with a little bit of your pacing. It wasn't too bad to me, but there were points where it was a little quick, and also I think the mic quality. There was times where your mic was peaking, and I wasn't able to catch some of your material. But I tried my best not to let that affect my score for you. There were some spots where you just kind of to taper off. Sometimes you need to know less is more. You don't need to have a 5 to 6 minute round. If you can condense your best shit down into like a cohesive 4 minutes, that'd be great. You just need to find where your dry spots would be. But you took chances with a lot of your bars and and you got good payoffs. For NEPH, your setups crazy. I think you are really good at setting up your punches and getting my mind on track for the punch. Uh, you had great payoffs on some of your punches. You had really good angles, I think. Um, delivery could be a little bit better. There were times where you were kind of getting your words mixed up, and it shit happens. Same thing happened with DK. So y'all are pretty even there. I think it boiled down to me was the amount of content you put out. You were able to condense really good stuff down into a shorter round, but there were times where you had some dry spots. That God angle really got me. Like I really liked that God angle that you used on him with the scripture verse. Is this shit was bro, this shit was so close, man. I like literally sat here and I was like scratching my head like how I wanted to judge this, and I I think what sold me was the impact of some lines, and it was who had the most impactful lines at the end of the day to me, because y'all were so neck and neck. And with that being said, man, the winner on a split decision with a look like a average score of 20.5 to like 19.5, by like a point or a half a point, man. Winner is gonna be Detroit Kid.
Let's go. Let's go.
Detroit Kid finally got a win.
Bro, that's
Good shit, y'all. Good shit.
Great battle.
Let's go.
Great battle. That was
Detroit
fire.
finally got a
Let's
win, bro.
go.
Great battle. That was a
this
fire
shit was
battle.
pretty
Let's
hard to
go.
judge. I do want to
Why can't
say,
talk my battle like
like for anybody, I do want to say that for anybody that does have NEPH winning, definitely can't be mad at it. That this battle was like really close to me, man.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think y'all
for
niggas are
all of us,
smoking
it
stuff
was
right
very
now.
close. Y'all did
I
very,
got a
very
question. I
good,
got a
man.
question.
Hey
Yo,
the one
General,
thing I really
you
like
go.
seeing, right, is seeing like how young certain battle rappers can get into the game and grasp the basics and start excelling, right? I feel like Neff has a lot going on for him in the battle space. This is my first time hearing him. And so I'm pretty stoked to see that the battle turned out how it did all in all. Like good shit.
Yeah, what you have to say, Neff?
Yeah, so you said it came down to who had more impactful bars. And you said some of mine was that impacted you, but you didn't list any Detroit Kid said that impacted you. That kind of got me
Yeah,
confused.
I'll name you exactly. I'll name you the bars that I think Detroit Kid got you on impactful bars. That Mercury Tip bar was the bar of the night. That Mercury Tip bar was bar of the night. That was.
I've heard that before, bro. But okay.
Well, not everybody has heard that before. You got to
I
realize
know
this.
I'm not
All right.
judging that. I'm saying that.
All right. Gateway drug, fucking crazy. Iron Division solo queuing. That shit was
what was
fucking
that?
crazy.
Solo Q was fire. Wait, what was the procrastinating bar? I like that. What was that?
I wasn't the biggest
Yo,
fan. I don't even think I wrote that one down. I wasn't the biggest fan of that, but it's
What was
just
the procrastinating bar, bro? I ain't
Nigga
gonna
he said he
cap.
ain't. He said I ain't even finished yet. I'm procrastinating. You know,
Yeah, I ain't gonna cap. I would have
Reality
stole
was
the hell out
fire.
of that.
for you, Neff, that God angle bar that you used, that was the haymaker you had. That mid range never pull up to me when you started. You started off on a haymaker. So then everything else, I feel like we need to keep at that level. And it just wasn't at that level. You had really good material. DK, think he loves Diddy. I mean, I wrote down y'all's fucking bars. I also wrote down where all of y'all's fuck ups were and where your dry spots were, man. And when you both are messing up, it just really comes down to he just had more. He unloaded a clip on you, man, and he didn't hit you with every shot, but the shots he hit you with some shit, you know.